Welcome back to Fameshow host. If you've been riding with us, you know we love to shine a spotlight on the underrated, the overlooked, and the straight-up forgotten legends. And today, we're diving deep into the NBA's vault of hidden gems, the forgotten NBA All-Stars of the 2010s. These are the guys who balled out, made All-Star teams, and left their mark on the game. But for some reason, they don't get the respect they deserve anymore. So, where are they now? Let's find out. LaMarcus Aldridge.
Graham held. Aldridge goes to the rack and gets his first NBA field goal.
4 to shoot. Aldridge will. 2 to shoot. Got it.
A 7-time All-Star, a top 50 all-time scorer, and yet barely mentioned in Hall of Fame conversations. Why? The man had footwork like Tim Duncan light, and a jumper so smooth it gave elite defenders nightmares. KG, Ben Wallace, even Timmy D, they struggled to block this dude's shot. He entered the league in an era where big men still ruled. Drafted in 2006, Aldridge embraced the back-to-the-basket game. He let his game speak, calm, quiet, but deadly. In Portland, he became a cornerstone alongside Brandon Roy. During his time with the Blazers, he averaged over 19 points, was a 4-time All-Star, and ranks third in team history in points and field goals. Then came San Antonio, where he added 3 more All-Star selections. Remember that 2014 playoff series against Houston? Back-to-back 40-point games. Or when he dropped 41 on OKC in 2016? Insane. But Aldridge was battling something far more dangerous off the court. Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, a heart condition that led to his shocking retirement in 2021. After attempting a comeback, he quietly stepped away from the game. These days, he's traveling, hosting camps, and considering a front office role. One of the realest to ever do it, quietly. Zack Randolph.
That's how I go.
For 8 seasons, Zack Randolph brought his punishing style of basketball to the 901.
Ruthless. Never lets up. Like, even if something wrong with your foot, he doesn't care. Like, he's gonna put his elbow in your chest and go through you and go to the rim.
Get him on the court, and it's trouble.
Next up, Zebo, Zack Randolph, the grit and grind king of Memphis. Zebo wasn't flashy, he wasn't fast, and let's be real, he didn't dunk much. In fact, in his entire career, he never dunked 3 times in a single game. But what he did do? Dominate with old-school power, bully ball, and one of the nastiest mid-range games we've seen. Zebo came up rough. From a tough childhood in Indiana to juvie time for stealing pants, his early life was no joke. But when he found basketball, he found purpose. After bouncing from Portland to New York to LA, it was in Memphis where he changed his legacy. People doubted him. They said he was all empty stats. But Zebo led the Grizzlies to their first playoff series win and became a beloved figure in the city. He was the face of the grit and grind era, alongside Marc Gasol and Tony Allen. He became an all-star, had his jersey retired, and, get this, he now runs a successful rap label called Endless Entertainment, helping artists like Moneybagg Yo and Big 30 blow up. And yes, he's still working with the Grizzlies. Zebo, certified legend. Demarcus Cousins.
If you go on YouTube and type in Demarcus Cousins, you'll find endless highlights of him dominating the NBA. I mean, you can see him playing like Shaq with his back to the basket and absolutely bullying grown men. You can see him running in transition like a prime LeBron James and posterizing players. Heck,
Now let's talk about Boogie, Demarcus Cousins, one of the most talented big men of the 2010s, period. He was a walking bucket. Coast-to-coast dunks, behind-the-back passes, three-point range, and bully post moves that made defenders look silly. But he played in Sacramento, and that changes everything. Boogie was passionate, but sometimes too passionate. Anger issues, ejections, beef with coaches. The Kings didn't help with their non-stop dysfunction, but under coach Mike Malone, he made his first All-Star team and looked like the best center in the league. Then the Kings fired Malone mid-season. What? Boogie still played like a beast, 27-11 in 2017, but never found stability. A trade to New Orleans paired him with AD. They were dominant, but then Achilles injury, then ACL, then more setbacks. He bounced from the Warriors to the Lakers to Denver, but never fully recovered. Now, Boogie's done with the NBA. He's played in Taiwan and Puerto Rico and shows up on YouTube channels everywhere. And despite losing out on over $150 million due to injuries, he says he has no regrets. Joe Johnson.
Joe Johnson, a deep ball. Johnson, an open look. He knocks it down. Terrific basketball. Johnson, the floater.
Ever heard of ISO Joe? If not, let me put you on game. This man has over 20,000 career points, tied with Kobe for the second most game winners in NBA history, and was the definition of clutch. He was quiet, played in small markets like Atlanta, but don't let that fool you. Joe was a 7-time All-Star and part of the Phoenix Suns' early 2000s revolution. He played with Steve Nash, Amar'e, and Marion. He could shoot, pass, and ISO with the best of them. In Atlanta, he was the man. Then he moved to Brooklyn, where he earned the nickname Joe Jesus, because he always showed up when you needed a savior. Later stops included Miami, Utah, and Houston. Then, he took his talents to the Big Three, Ice Cube's league. Joe dominated. MVP, championship, you name it. He even returned to the NBA at 40 for a 10-day contract with the Celtics, scored 2 points, and dipped. A true Hooper's Hooper. Rajon Rondo. Now let's talk Rondo, the point god. This man had hands the size of Wilt Chamberlain and a basketball IQ so elite, he was calling out opponents' plays before they even ran them. Rondo came up under Boston's Big Three, learned from KG, Pierce, and Ray Allen. He helped them win a title in 2008 and nearly another in 2010. And by 2013, he was a walking triple-double. Tore his ACL, came back, bounced around from Dallas to Sacramento to New Orleans, and in 2020, he won a title with LeBron and the Lakers, becoming only the second player in history to win a ring with both Boston and LA. He retired in 2022. Now, he's back in school, studying media, coaching AAU, and preparing for the next phase. A true student of the game, literally. Paul Millsap.
Match Bradley. He can sure do that. Millsap gets around and throws it down! Oh, Millsap with evil intent on that dunk.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Let's give it up for Paul Millsap. Undersized but unmatched in hustle. A 4-time All-Star, Millsap was strength, skill, and smarts rolled into one. He made his name with the Jazz, then leveled up in Atlanta, helping the Hawks win 60 games in 2015. Dude was efficient, clutch, and could do everything: score, pass, rebound, and later shoot threes. In 2020, he was key in the Nuggets' comeback against the Clippers, fueling that 3-1 upset. He later played for Brooklyn and Philly before quietly retiring. These days, Millsap's back in Atlanta, running a training facility, investing in women's pro volleyball, and mentoring young athletes. Roy Hibbert.
He's off.
Hibbert, one of the last true low-post centers. Doesn't always look pretty, but very effective for this Indiana Pacer team.
Hibbert with the hook, hits it.
His offensive game has been improving. Every year he seems to get a little bit better.
For a big guy, he can shoot the basketball.
And finally, Roy Hibbert, the man who made verticality a household term. 2-time All-Star, defensive anchor for the Indiana Pacers, and a legit problem in the paint. Hibbert wasn't athletic, but he didn't need to be. He timed his jumps, stayed vertical, and shut down the lane. But when the NBA shifted to stretch bigs and faster play, Hibbert's game quickly became outdated. Add in declining confidence and changing referee calls, his fall was fast. By 2018, he was out of the league. But Hibbert's still in the game, on YouTube, breaking down film, teaching defense, and showing love to today's players. These guys, Aldridge, Zebo, Boogie, ISO Joe, Rondo, Millsap, and Hibbert, may not have the rings or the media attention, but they shaped teams, inspired fan bases, and dropped unforgettable performances. The mainstream media may forget, but we won't. This is Fameshow host, and we're here to make sure their stories live on. Thanks for watching, Hoop fans. Who else deserves more love? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest entertainment and celebrity news. Until next time, keep balling.